Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I almost forgot what day it was. I am here today with Nikki Hall. Welcome, Nikki, to Meet the Author Monthly. How are you today?
Hi, Ava. I'm looking forward to this. I'm great. How are you?
I am doing much better. Apologize for my voice. It's still a little bit cracking here and there. But we are here today with you guys because we are really excited to talk about stepping into your powerful being that you are by sharing uplifting stories. So, have you ever thought about writing a book but felt maybe overwhelmed by the process? A collaboration book is the perfect way to step into authorship with ease while making a powerful impact. And we know why, because we have done it not once, not twice, but like Nikki here, 5 times. International best-selling author, myself, three. And I love the process. In fact, I'm doing another book signing soon. So we're here because we're excited to share more information with you in case you ever thought about writing maybe a solo book. And if not a solo book, then at least a chapter in the book to get you started. So, Nikki, why don't you tell us more about this amazing opportunity and whatever you got?
Okay, I think first I'm going to just talk to you about the books that I've done. I don't think Ava and I are in the same books. Excuse me, I had the same virus as Ava. We don't live in the same city, same province, so we didn't give each other germs, but we seem to be sharing the same misery for the last 2 weeks. So, so I'm just going to share with you the 5 books that I already did. And they're not necessarily in order. So this one is Bold Risks and Big Rewards, Finding Your Purpose, to give you an idea of some of the topics, Embrace Courage, and this one, these are my two favorite. You'll find that once you get started and once you get writing, you'll find that you have some things to say that are beneficial that you want to share with people. But then you have a couple favorites. And this one here was my first favorite. That was Women Transforming the Landscape of Science and Technology. That was a lot of fun. That was some deep sharing and some helpful sharing, I hope, for people trying to go ahead of me. Um, and this one is quantum manifestation. And I probably like this one the best because it goes right to my soul. Um, and these are the compilation books that I've done. Ava, can you put my book up, the new book cover? The new
Um,
book that I'm doing
1 second.
is called, just looking for the cover, is Holistic Intelligence, Chronicles of Unwavering Persistence in the Face of Refusing a Diagnosis. How's that for a mouthful? And I'm going to tell you the story while Ava's doing her thing here. I think it's about 2.5 years now. All of a sudden, I'm going on building my business and doing all this wonderful stuff. And hang on, I gotta wipe my nose. Pretend you didn't see that. And I was building my business. I was really happy with where I live and everything. Life is going good. And then bang, something happened with my health. And it just hit me so hard. And I started having to go, I went into emergency and they thought I was having a slow stroke. I've never heard of that. I think they made it up, but maybe not. So they put me in intensive care. They hooked me up and they're watching and it had stemmed from a headache. See, these are all the wonderful books that are available. And I had a headache and we couldn't we couldn't figure it out. So they'd hose me down with everything, all the medication, everything I needed, all the painkillers, and it took me days. I'd get knocked out for 4 or 5 days. I'd come to, they'd get me back ready to go back out into the world, and 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I'd be back in for another 5 to 7 days, and it was like that for 14 months. We're going back and forth, trying different cures, different methods, different things. But there were two neurologists walking around my bed, going, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And what they did was they made it clear that they needed feedback from me also. So not only do we need to know what's going on, but we need a presence of mind that will activate more when they say, okay, you have this kind of illness. So I got so scared that my life was going to be over that I said, no, it stops here. And that part of me gained control again. And this is what I'm looking for. This is a story I'm looking for in this book called Holistic Intelligence. Because on top of all the medication, on top of the mastermind neurologists that were there and all the sensible methods of healing and getting better, I applied this whole system of holistic intelligence, of holistic manners of healing myself. And through that, I healed myself. There's a lot of people that are suffering with a diagnosis and they don't want it. They don't want their life to be decreased. Or there's a lot of people that had been told they have a diagnosis and they didn't want their life to be decreased. So they took this venue. So we need you who have these wonderful stories of healing yourself to join me in this book. You need to give us your voice, your intelligence, your manner of doing it. I have one gentleman that's in there and he has um, healed himself, and it was his back, and he was in serious critical trouble, and he went diet and physical. He started going to the gym. He started building himself up, and that was his motor vehicle. Myself, I learned through going to the pain clinic and the different methods in that manner. Another lady who thought she was going to be, or they threatened or said she was going to be quadriplegic, said no way. And she went to a clinic to learn how to walk, talk, use the other hand, do everything that was possible, that with the things about herself that were not impaired. So we need your stories to to help other people see how you grew, how you became better, and how you did it to be a voice of encouragement, a voice of wisdom, a voice of information. So those of you with your strength and your tenacity and your power and your diligence and have healed yourselves or have put yourself back in a high functioning lifestyle, I want your stories.
There
And
you
that's
go.
it.
That's beautiful, Nikki. And I love the cover you guys have made. It really speaks out. It's eye-catching too. So for those of you listening, of course, more information is on Action Takers Publishing website. That's who we publish through. And it tells you a little bit more about the book, what's included and things like that. But of course, I would strongly recommend booking an appointment with Nikki and of course chatting more about it and things like that. So there is Nikki's book in a nutshell. And I definitely love the colors and very eye-catching. I love it. And a lot of the other
Thank
books
you.
you've showed, the covers are always like quite
Yeah.
inspiring, eye-catching, and things like that.
Yes, they're
So
very engaging.
yeah. And of course, Nikki grabbed hers, and I did. So I did get up just to grab the books I'm in, just so I can show off my books too.
Yes. Okay. Now let's hear yours.
So of course, I've been 3 times international best-selling author. And for me, it all started when Nikki talked to me about books. So this is a lady who I have to say thank you for introducing me to book writing, because I've always wanted to write something ever since I've traveled to, in 2010 and 2011 on a world voyage. And I've always wanted to share my stories, but I was always shy. I was always not confident enough. And I'm like, okay. So I was writing in the background a book that's still sitting on my hard drive, but I didn't quite know how to finish it. Like there was something missing in it until 3 years ago when I went into personal development and my mindset shift to being more outgoing, more less shy, more confident. And then you start meeting people who know things, who attract the same things in your life. And there was Nikki telling me about these books. So I started with Midlife Awakening. Though I might say I was like a deer in the headlights when I wrote this book, because I'm like, I don't know what to write. But Action Takers Publishing actually made it really easy, comfortable. If I wasn't sure about something, they would tell me, okay, tweak it like this, maybe change it like that. So the process was so unbelievably easy and not overwhelming. I did it. So first time I wrote a chapter in Midlife Awakening, telling my stories about moving to Canada, which wasn't easy because being the shy person I was like, this is really stepping out of my comfort zone, but I did it. And then before I knew it, I was writing in the next book, and it was called Never Give Up. And again, in this one,
Perfect.
I actually talk about more about my struggles as a young teenager when I moved to Canada. And again, it was easier because I knew how it works. What's expected, and I was being more creative with my next chapter. And then came the third book. It's called The Ripple Effect of Impact. And this is probably one of my favorite ones. I do talk about my trip to El Salvador with World Vision Canada in 2005, how much that trip has impacted me and the impact I wanted to make in the world going forward. And it didn't happen until many years later, but it was the beginning of something beautiful already then. So I went with it. And then, of course, I wanted to share my story. So, like Nikki said, these are each one of these books holds a theme. And you can have a story and you can still mold it, shape it, so it reflects on the, either holistic or dynamic or the ripple effect. So the stories you have definitely help others come out of their comfort zone, help them with their transformation and things like that. So I myself am actually curating two books, and I'll share the screen again if it works for me.
What does curating mean?
So, why don't you tell us about that, Nikki, while I find my page?
Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
Ava chooses to call her position in the book curating. I choose to use the word producing. And all it is when you see the book and you see the people here that have joined the book, we are the people that get you into the book. So we are literally the ones that have created the book idea and are the ones that invite you into the book and make put it together to a certain degree. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Nikki. Um, So the on the screen, that was the dynamic mindset, rise and thrive with intention. So this is one of the books I am curating or producing with Action Takers Publishing. So we're seeking co-authors for the collaboration of dynamic mindset, where you share your inspiration. Do you have a dynamic mindset? If so, how? And how is, if you're a coach or entrepreneur, how is that helping your clients? What can you share with us that it's gonna make this world a better place? So like I said, it's molding it into whatever you wanted to get your point across, to share your business expertise and things like that with the people around the world. And my second one is of course, one of my favorite because I love to travel. It's Footprints Around the World. It doesn't really have to be so much about your adventures, like, hey, I got this amazing trip and then I'm here sharing with you. But it's more than that. It's what did it teach you? How it transformed you? Has it helped you any way in life when you took the your journey? But it can be like even if you're somebody who moved like I have from across the seas and you had to go through the hardships. Like it took me a long time to adjust to living in a new country like Canada. Mainly because I didn't speak the language when I first came here. No English, like maybe two words. I kid you not. And in
Wow.
when I was a teenager, it was very hard for me because, you know, you go from one country to another one. You don't know anybody. You don't speak the language. As a teenager, it was very hard because of course in teenage you want to thrive, you want to get to have friends and go out and do stuff. And for me it was very hard at that time. And not only that, but I was homesick because most of my family was back home. So even stories like that, you know, you're going from one continent to another one, you're sharing your journey, your transformation. Maybe it broke you for a while and then how you overcame that. Maybe you're an entrepreneur who loves to travel, so you share um as you're traveling, you sharing your stories of how you transform the communities you visit. See, it can go any way you design it to be. So that's why I like to look at it as not really limited to a lot of things, but it's like, yeah, it emphasizes more on travel as more on the healing. But it can be, hey, maybe you went somewhere where you went like Eat, Pray, Love, the movie,
Mm,
to another country,
yeah.
and you did a lot of meditations and you traveled, you healed yourself. Now you're maybe a coach, so you want to inspire people how you did it, why you did it, and how can you now help people. So I think it has endless possibilities. And there's a lot more many other books that Action Takers Publishing has right now. If one of these doesn't drive you, but please
Mhm.
reach out to us because we can definitely tell you more. Um, like there's another one called Choose Confidence and like many others. But the thing is, you can shape it to whatever you want it. Like when I wrote my journey in Ripple Effect to El Salvador, yeah, I talked about the trip, but the rest of my chapter focus about the ripple effect I want to make in the world. So it's easy moldable.
Yes,
I
and
could
now
talk
we
about it
don't,
forever. Sorry, Nikki.
yeah, and now we don't have those gatekeepers. Like when we were younger, well, when I was younger, Ava's still young, um, I would have to solicit the publishing houses. And, there were gatekeepers, and it was hard to get in and become published and to have a voice. And this is a wonderful vehicle for you to have a voice, for you to be recognized, for you to be fulfilled, and for you to satisfy is the word I was looking for, that creative part of you that knows you have something in you, you have a voice that you want to share. And this is a wonderful way to do it. There's no gatekeepers here. We will talk to you about the subject that you want if it's not something that we just presented to you, and we'll try and get you into a perfect fit, or we'll create a book for you if you need it. But do not sit on your creativity. Do not sit on your voice. Do not wait for another year. Now is your time. You're thinking about it. You have a presence here. Your body, your mind, your spirit is prodding you. Now's your time. Let us facilitate for you, and we'll get you there, and you won't regret you did it.
Exactly. Well said, Nikki. So by joining in, of course, you share your message. Your story can inspire, uplift, and transform lives in many ways, in ways you'll never know probably. You expand your reach, so your words will be published alongside other incredible voices, amplifying your impact. So it's not just one book in one place. It goes into social media. I get comments all the time, people reaching out to me that they read my story and how inspiring it is, and I'm sure the same goes for Nikki. And it
Yeah.
feels so good that to hear that. So you expand your reach as well as a maybe coach, entrepreneur, a business owner. Your words will be becoming um, basically a voice for others, because not many people want to share their story, but by you sharing it inspires others, right? So you expand your networking as well. You meet so many new people. Like I've met so many amazing people through this journey. I never thought it would happen like this. So it's so many things. Of course, we have a community, a supportive community, and we have monthly meeting with the publisher as well. So you never know who's gonna be on the call, what message they have, and they can inspire you as well. And then you meet somebody and who leads you to somebody else, and it just spirals, the ripple effect, right? So if you ever dreamed of becoming an author, this is definitely a sign to come on and join us on this amazing journey together.
Yes, absolutely.
So, any other things you'd like to add, Nikki?
No, join us. Join yourself, fulfill yourself and reach out to us and we'll help you get there. We'll be your springboard.
Yeah, don't wait, because life's definitely short. And I personally, I say I wish I knew this way much earlier, but you know what? It came at the right time for me, divine timing, and I no longer wait and sit. I take action, and I embrace it, and you'll be amazed how many new things you learn, people you meet, and opportunities come up. Like I was saying earlier, I have another book signing coming up. I'm selling books on a not just on the website but in person. I get to autograph it, I get to brag about it, and then I'm giving something to my daughter in the future. And I actually, one of the books, I dedicated a chapter to my daughter. So you can even dedicate a chapter to someone, leave a legacy. So there's so many things to look forward to, but the biggest investment is investment in yourself. So take the opportunity, reach out to us, get to know us more, get to know the process, the publisher, and I'll tell you, you'll
Let's
love it,
go.
just like we did. So I hope you guys enjoy this short yet inspiring episode on Meet the Authors Monthly. And we join you again next month, because we'll probably be gonna talking about more inspiring things. But
Yes.
till then, have a beautiful day. Thank you, Nikki, for joining me, and see you guys soon again. Thank you.
Yes,
And all
my
the
pleasure.
information will be posted in the video, how to get in touch with us, how to book an appointment, and all the good stuff. So see you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Take care.
Thanks, Ava. Bye-bye.
Welcome. Bye.